It's the second day here in the studio, and we're really working hard on getting everything to sound like we want it to. It's tough when you're a band that is just at the beginning of it all. You truly don't have the time to think a lot about how to make your vision come true. You just have to make it happen. Go with the flow and use your gut feeling to navigate you through the process. There is not much time to think about all that you're doing. You just go for it. And at the end, you'll know if you made it happen or not. It's really like life, really. You can think about your life, but when it all starts happening, you just need to find your way and use what you have learned up to that point. Character, like somebody once said, is not formed in crisis, it's formed before crisis. So the fire of life will expose who you really are at that particular point in time. Bei mir im Büro ist quasi niemals richtig irgendwie die Temperatur ist eigentlich immer meistens zu kalt. Aber im Sommer eben dann auch einige Tage wirklich.
Zu viel oder die Pause ist zu groß dazwischen? Also
So, what does my adorable mean? The truth is that the name has many meanings, and the meaning, the real meaning is really up to you. And often it simply means that we will be what you need us to be at the time. My adorable really can be filled with your own meaning, like I said. Everybody of us has those, everybody really has those things in life that make it all worth it. A meaning that is above everything in your life. Something that makes you open your eyes the next day. Something that drives you to become a better person. Something that sometimes only comes out in those moments in your life when you feel absolutely content. I don't know if you ever had a moment in your life that you wished you could extend into eternity, something that you wish could become infinite. And I think that is what my adorable means.
ja, okay. Sollen wir da mal.
You know, in ancient cultures, there were words and expressions that had complex meanings. Names had deeper meanings. So you could not just hear the name, but a concept. When you see the name My Adorable, you should not take it as two words or simply a name, but as a concept. And it is the concept of what drives us as humans. It's what makes us love life, live love, and fight for whatever we believe in. So hopefully people will be able to understand that and want to be a part of that. Well, all of us in My Adorable, we really wanted to make this EP something special. And yes, of course, you can just listen to the songs for fun, but you can also almost use this album in a meditative way. And I'm just saying that because it has so much meaning in it. So, I mean meditative in a very more like thinking about it way. And I think You can find something new in the words every time you listen to it while you give it your full attention. It seems like we have become some kind of a fast food music listener society nowadays. We only listen to single songs, but rarely to complete albums. And of course, yeah, I mean, some artists don't deserve it another way because that is how they produce their music. But there are some artists that still put a lot of work and thought into their music. And on Resurrection Frequency, even the sequence of the songs has a meaning. And the whole thing is a real story that is being told, and that has a meaning behind all the little details. But you only will be able to hear that if you listen to the whole thing and if you give it your full attention. And I kind of like that. But hey, I mean, if anybody just loves to listen to the music because he loves how the music sounds and just likes to sing along to it because it makes them feel good or whatever, hey, I'm absolutely alright with that, obviously. Just make sure to give it to all of your friends because that is why we release it under Creative Commons. We want to share Resurrection Frequency with everybody. So yeah, I mean, just make sure to upload it to your blog or make a torrent or whatever, just put it out there.
Ja. Da wird das nochmal nachgesungen, die eine Zeile. Habe ich in meinem Text nicht reingeschrieben. Sag was.
Well, it's kind of interesting how the band name came to us. It truly did. I don't know how to explain that another way. We actually had a ton of names written down, but even though we thought this one sounded weird in the beginning, we somehow kept it on the list. And I have to admit, nobody actually knows anymore where we got it from or who found it or who came up with it. It was just kind of there from the beginning, and it was there at the end when all the other names were scratched out. For some things, I guess we will never have an explanation as humans, and I think this is one of those things. Thought of My Adorable more as a movement than only a band. I don't know why. We actually already have opened up that kind of movement. We call it the My Adorable Conspiracy. It's basically a group of people who help us get the news out about the band, but will also help us with a bunch of things that we want to do in the future that are not necessarily only connected to music. So My Adorable is really just the framework or the foundation, if you will. So, I mean, this has amazing potential. I don't know where this is going to go. I think we always think that it's going to be bigger than us, at least in our, it's our vision in our moments of grandeur. interesting how people seem to know instinctively sometimes which people they can trust and who's for real. I'm just saying this because people seem to notice that we do not pretend to be who we are not. And when you come out to our shows and you stay and hang out a bit afterwards, you will see the different personalities very clearly. And I think people appreciate that. Even in this EP, you will notice different personalities. I guess the individuals in a band can make up an entity of its own. Even though we tried not to confuse the people too much on this EP, it will be pretty straightforward in some regards when it comes to the music. But nevertheless, you'll often find moments that will surprise you, I think, because they kind of deviate from the normal song structures that we have in this genre.